Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Minnesota Uncut. It's your compa Armando right here.
This is Will.
And this is your compa Uli.
That's what's up, man. So this is our second episode. That first episode went really great, man. We definitely hit some key marks. For it being so fresh. We got over 200 views. We appreciate all the love and the support that we've been getting. We love it, man. We love that y'all love it. Yeah, we love that y'all commenting, y'all subscribing, y'all liking the video. We do want to say that, going forward, if y'all have topics that y'all want us to talk and discuss, please go ahead and put those in the comments. We do read them. I've been loving the love that we've been getting, man.
For sure. Shout out to all those that were giving us likes and stuff. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah. That's for y'all, for real. We really do appreciate it. It's so fresh. So, today we got a good topic, compa Uli. What's that topic we're going to talk about, baby? Tell us.
Today we're going to talk about predicament.
Predicaments, hell yeah.
Predicaments.
Oh, predicaments. See, I keep getting it wrong.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Right.
That's what
you're in a hell of a predicament right now. You just did that on live.
Yep, there you go.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, man, predicaments, man. I mean, how often are we going through predicaments? Almost on a daily, right?
Every day,
man. Every day.
Whether it's internal, whether it's external, whether it's at work, with your family, with your peoples. I mean, we deal with predicaments all the time. I know for me, I'm always in predicaments with my job, with the family,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Internally, too. Even just dealing with predicaments with myself, what I want to do. So,
yes.
Any y'all want to start it off? Any y'all want to lead it off? Who's got a good predicament that they want to talk it out and hash out?
I mean, I can go if y'all want.
Shit, go for it. Hell yeah, shit.
I got a couple of notes here.
Oh, yeah, what you got?
There's a couple of different predicaments that I have that just popped into my head when we kind of thought about the topic. Actually just had one. This is just so you guys know, we're all dads here, so anybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
This conversation. So, my wife and my daughter got into it the other day.
It'd be like that.
And as fathers, we always have to be the bad guys or something. When the wife gets mad and she can't get through to the daughter,
Mm-hmm.
you need to talk to her and you need to do this. Okay, what's going on? Explain it to me. Let me hear it. All right, that's legit. She can't talk to you that way. I've talked to my daughter about this before, that she doesn't do the same with me that she does with her mom. And it must be I think it's just a female thing. It's like a challenge. You just, who's top dog or something.
It's funny you say that. There was a comedian that was talking about that one day. He was talking about how when women start getting to a certain age, they challenge. Kind of like, this is we're talking about in the wild, right? All right, now I'm the young cub, but I'm feeling strong. I'm going to test you.
You had the bull, now you want the young kid.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's exactly it, So it was, and I've heard my daughter do this to my wife before, where she has a different tone that she never takes with me. She knows that wouldn't fly at all. But she,
pick who they want to take the fight with.
And my daughter's, a teen, just turned, young teen here, so she's at that mode where she thinks she knows everything. And it's no. And we had to, so the predicament was, do we take away, she had a vacation coming up and we were really we were really in a prediction, should we take this away from her so she learns her lesson? But I had a conversation with her and kind of broke it down to her. I was very blunt and just told her, I said, your mom wants to take this trip away from you, and if she says go, you're not going on the trip. I got her back on it. And my daughter's she gets scared because she knows I don't.
And I think that's the way it should be, because
you need to learn a lesson.
Yep.
You need.
Shout out to parents that are keeping and holding their kids accountable.
Yes.
I don't hear that from a lot of parents nowadays.
Take the cinto.
Yeah, for real. Take la chancla or algo. These kids need that fear of God a little bit.
No, they do. And my voice carries enough weight with my daughter that, I don't have to get physical or anything like that. My voice is intimidating enough. She doesn't like when Dad yells at her.
But it's better to have a conversation than
and that's what I didn't want to yell at her, but I can raise my voice, and she knows. If she starts trying to overtalk me, or I'll just have to have. Who are you talking to?
That was something really hard for me, because I'm Hispanic and come from a family that was a little bit more strong on the chancla.
Oh yeah.
But now with my kids, I talk with my kids, and it kind of helps, and it seemed like it builds like a better relationship, like more trust. So
No, for
a
sure.
lot of times when they have predicaments themselves, they come to you and be like, "Hey, I'm in this situation." So that's a good.
No, and I'm trying to do better because, growing up, me and my mom had a much more verbal attacks, like the yelling from room to room or something. And, you guys had chanclas. I literally have caught in a fly, swatted a bare ass back in the day. Now, she didn't do that regularly.
I mean,
but
that hurts, but
yeah.
that ain't no cinto.
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally been beat with a broom handle.
That ain't no twig. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say, okay, yes, okay. Yeah.
But, now, hold on. I'm not shitting on my mom by any means. Let me just say,
course.
I definitely deserved it. I was out of line.
No.
I was very much doing some shit that she was trying to get through to me because I was off the rails. So not shitting on my mom by any means. She,
No, by no means.
It was justified in my eyes, and I know in current days they don't believe in that, but it could have been much worse. I was literally chasing a friend of mine down the street with a kitchen knife. So yeah, my mom was trying to get through to me. I was losing it. I wasn't. Hold up, are we going to touch on that? No.
That's a predicament right there.
That was a predicament. I mean, okay, just a little retrospect on that predicament. My buddy was 6'9", like in high school. He was massive, and he pushed me in my house, and I felt so like belittled or
embarrassed. Embarrassed.
And so I felt like, oh, you got me fucked up. Like,
that machismo shit right there.
Yeah, you're disrespecting me in my house. That's not. I can't let that fly. Like, I don't give a fuck you're that big. We'll cut you down the sides then. But I'm glad. Obviously, let me just say I don't condone. Don't do that. Like, it was a terrible idea, and I don't want anybody to think that's the way to handle it. But
hell yeah,
I think we all human, and we all have a crazy thought in our time. So nothing wrong with
teenage boys might be as reckless as they fucking come. If we're being honest, like. We don't think straight at all. It takes a while. So.
Especially when you see red like that. Somebody disrespects you in the crib.
When I see red.
We're not going
now we're
there.
talking a different level.
We're not going there. But, back to, wife and daughter getting in an argument. I had the conversation with my daughter. She tried to give me the teary eyes response, things like that. I said that's not going to fly. That's not going to get you out of this. You need to own up and, take your responsibility because it had to do with taking care of our new puppy we got. My daughter doesn't pay bills. She doesn't do laundry. She doesn't do she doesn't do anything. And I said, growing up as a kid, I had to take out garbage. I was in charge of doing yard work. I had responsibilities.
Yep.
And now that's how you earn allowance was back in our day. I don't hear kids get allowances anymore.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah.
But I just said, this is your contribution to the family. Like, you need to take care of the dog. You don't You don't pay for dog food. You don't do any of that, medical bills, and I got to take her to the vet. So, if we tell you to go take her out to the bathroom, that's what you got to do.
I had a similar deal with my kids. I was like, this is how we're going to do it. Your job is to do this and this at home.
Yep.
And your pay is like, every time you ask for like McDonald's on the weekend or pizza or whatever, that's your pay.
I got you.
Yeah.
But if during the week you didn't do your jobs, then you don't have you have no voice. Like, don't even.
It's like work.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't go to work.
That's how I put
paid.
it with my kids, and it helped. Like
for
they're
sure.
like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yep." And that was the last time that we had that conversation, and it's like, dude,
All in that same breath, I had that conversation with my daughter, and I said, I literally offered you money to go rake leaves the other day, and you just looked at me like you had no idea what I was talking about. And I was like, go bag up some leaves, and I'll give you some money. Like, you want to earn any money? Like, for when you go out with your friends or something? You got to do something. I don't just give you money to give you money. That's where I think, as a society, we've been babying our kids too much. I'm not going to bash on our society. Hold on. But
that's a conversation for another day. That's another topic.
But I'm just
that's a topic y'all want to
Yes,
if that's a topic y'all want to hear, put that in the comments.
Yes,
if y'all want to talk about kids and
the
the new generation.
Generational differences. We can talk about that.
That'd be a great topic one day,
But, I told her that, and she, what? You didn't tell me that? Give me the little runaround. But then my wife came home. They kind of didn't say anything to each other. And then, of course, I got initiated. I said, Janae, you got something you want to say? Well, you got something you want to say to your mom? And all of a sudden, she comes moping around the corner, kind of. I'm sorry, Mom. For what? What are you sorry for? Because just saying it doesn't That's not, that's not the answer. You got to, mean what you're saying, basically. Don't just say it because I told you to say it. Say it because you knew you messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think we got to work through that yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. We worked through it though, and it just, smoothed things out. Like I don't want that kind of static in my house, and I'm not going to tolerate it. And I've told my daughter repeatedly, I said, you don't treat me like that. When we go to the store together, my daughter throw a fit with her my wife and stuff, and I want this, and she don't ask me for nothing when we go to the store because she knows I'm not getting.
You always say no.
Well, no, and that's not true.
No, I mean it like
I'm not
most of the time, like you actually
if you really need, if you need something, I'll get. I bought her some shoes the other day because all right,
I have like stages like that. Like sometimes I could go for like a straight month and be like, yeah, grab it. And then all of a sudden I go the next month and I'm like, nope,
no
money.
You don't need it.
Right. Yeah, you don't just get. I was like,
well, I can relate.
What did you do to earn this? Like what? No, that's not.
Sometimes you're just in a good mood. And
100%.
Cool.
Like I thought those shoes were cool when I got them for her. I was like, and she had no idea I got them, and she was, she was excited. And that was, as a parent, that was a happy sight to see. Like, good feeling. It was like, look, I was
gonna say something, but then I was like, I don't want my kids to hold that on me.
They're gonna learn the tricks on how to get over
right.
it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I just said it to my daughter the other day. I said, you want to come sit with me while I'm watching TV or something? She never does anymore. When she was a kid, she used to always come over with me and just hang out. And now she just doesn't. And I'm like, you didn't understand. I literally was asking you to come hang. Like maybe I needed it,
right?
But you didn't take the hint, and so maybe she'll watch this and catch on to that.
Yeah, but that's another topic we can talk like.
Yeah, like as guys, we're always the tough ones. We're always this, but sometimes we could use some affection, like.
Especially from your kids.
Yeah, like my kid,
loved ones, the kids for sure.
Yeah, like you're here because of me, so you should love me.
Sounds like you need a hug.
Group hug in the. I mean, no.
Where is it? Let me get that one. Whoa. All right. We're gonna put that on the blooper. We'll put that on the Patreon or something if we get down that line.
No, but that was just one of the predicaments that happened, and we worked through it. That's I guess what I'm saying, and nobody was harmed or anything like that. Like we ended up working through it and kind of talking it out and just establishing some ground rules. Like this is the expectations and things. So that was cool. Now I have another predicament. Unless one of you guys are ready off the top of your dome.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Well, I'm cool with it. I mean, let's compile.
I was going to say I can give you a little break.
All right, go ahead.
From my little studies that I was doing, because let me tell the people first that at first predicament and
prediction and prediction.
Like I had all confused.
Let me give the backstory.
We're
gonna put this content. He texts us in our production meeting. Tells us. I think our topic's going to be about predicaments, is the word he texts us. And then he starts talking to me about the weather. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And he's like, the predictions and stuff, they're always wrong. And I was like, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's talking about. Man, he literally said, go Google this word and know what the definition is and stuff. And I was like, oh boy. And then I had to tell him, and he was like, oh, that's why you were talking about something different. Like,
I was confused, and I'm Raza, man. I grew up in the U.S., but in my house we spoke Spanish all the time. So a lot of the times I get confused on my words.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just throwing it out there so people knows, like if I mess up, it's
But you know what though? This is a safe spot. Like we fuck with you. So
we'll make fun of you about it.
And that's why we're boys, because we can do that.
And that's why I'm bringing it up too, because I don't get there. It's like I'll take shit. Hey, it's cool. You put me on the spot, and I figure it out. But I make my research, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I know. So the way I can relate is like at work. Like sometimes you tell people like maybe a certain job. Here's the address. It happens all the time. And then next thing you know, our worker doesn't show up.
Yep.
And that's how it puts me in a real bad spot, puts me in a bad mood.
It puts you in a predicament.
And that So I was like, man, now I can understand better. You know, I was speaking to ChatGPT and all this, and put me a sentence, and it was funny, man, because there's a lot of stuff that I still don't know, man. I'm a little slow on a lot of electrical stuff, and
I mean, yeah, a little,
just a little, and man, it was just so. To me, I was like a little kid yesterday. I was just having fun with ChatGPT, man. Like, tell me sentences.
Yep. You could have a conversation with it.
What about? I was having a conversation. And I'm like, what about in a gangster way? What about in a ghetto way? And
I want to hear that.
Man, it was funny. It was funny the way he gets back to you. So.
Yeah. So this dude didn't show up, or what?
He didn't show up, man. He put me in a bad position, and that's when my stress level kind of started going up. And man,
a bad position.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna say that.
We're gonna let it dot.
No, I live it.
He probably got it. All right, here we go. Hey, you got it.
No, go ahead.
All right, but yeah, so man, it's hard, man. Sometimes people don't understand. Like, you depend on a lot of people, you know, like, and they don't show up, and they put you in a bad situation.
You probably had that happen a lot because you're a business owner. And I know you've probably gone through this multiple times.
Well, every time I hear somebody thinking about cutting off and all this and that, I'm like, damn, I don't like that.
Me neither, bro. I'm from the spot where, like, somebody tells you something and they hire you, you need to be there on time. No, I mean, like I said, man, yeah, going through predicaments on a daily basis, especially with jobs, that's something you come up with all the time.
Yeah, man. So when I started thinking about that, I'm like, damn, that's a basically everyday thing, man. Like, you get predicaments everywhere. Like, you know, like you lock your keys in your car, and man, it just puts you in the bad situation.
It puts you in a tough spot. No, it does.
Sure. At first, I thought the definition was like choosing between two bad things and stuff. So
yeah, that was kind of, I mean, yeah, it's
here. I'm going to help us out real quick. So
read the definition.
Yeah, the definition of predicament: a difficult, unpleasant, or embarrassing situation.
Yeah.
So and yes, obviously there's different categories of predicaments. Obviously there's like predicaments that you're just going to deal with on like, oh, what am I going to eat today? I'm in a predicament. I really want this, but I'm feeling this too.
But there's none of those around here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what can I do to get? Yeah, those are like the little things, right? But then we're talking about big life things, like, you know.
And there's some funny ones too that I kind of think about sometimes.
Give one. Give us one. Give us a funny one. Give us one funny one. Come on. I know you got one. Uli's laugh. I can tell he's got one. Boy, I can tell.
Story time.
No, I don't think I can take those stories.
Oh, okay.
We might be.
That's for the Patreon.
Now that I think about it, I'm like, no, I won't bring it up.
No, yeah, that's cool, man. Like,
what do you got for us, Will? You got
I got another more serious one that was like.
Oh, let's hear it. Hell yeah.
This was back many years ago. This was high school time, so a long time ago. But I had a very difficult predicament I was in where it might not seem difficult to everybody else, but in that life I was, kind of in the gangbanging mode and things like that. So it was it was more my pride and things like that I was taking into account. So I had a guy snitch on me at school and get my PO involved. Literally, PO comes up to the school and has to have a meeting with me and everything. Now, it's all because some stuff that he overheard me talking to another one of my friends, like just some ear hustling stuff. And
so he's being nosy.
Yeah, definitely.
Nosy ass motherfucker that shouldn't be involved.
100%. Well, I ended up hearing about this house party that they, him and his buddies were having or whatever. So I decided to make the decision I'm gonna go address this. We gotta correct this.
So the predicament here is: do I go or do I not go? How do I address?
That's the first predicament. So there's multiple levels to this predicament because that's the first part. Yeah, like
okay.
If I show up in the first place, like, is this even worth going to? And again, in hindsight, absolutely not. But as a knucklehead that thinks gangbanging is the way to live and things like that, I go and I gotta stand my ground type shit, like let them know I ain't no bitch, basically, whatever. And
I ain't no punk bitch.
Right. So I go to basically a rival clique's house party. Now, anybody that knows anything about what that means,
shoot.
I'm way outnumbered. There's like 50 of them, and there's like me and 7 of my friends. But allegedly, there was a lot of weapons involved.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So I go to call this guy out, and I don't care that he's got 50 of his friends. I walk right into the kitchen of this house party, and I tell him in front of all his boys, I said, hey, you're a rat. Keep my name out your mouth. Well, the mob mentality starts kicking in, and his boys are talking about hitting my buddy that was with me, and all I remember thinking in my head, my buddy was standing at the top of the basement stairs. If he gets hit, he's going to fall down there. That's a predicament there. I'm like, so what am I going to do? My follow-up, allegedly, was my hand was on an alleged weapon. Allegedly. And I was going to make that guy fall behind my buddy a lot harder if that was the case. But the predicament was like, this is not a good situation. So I step outside and tell my buddy, we back out of the situation because this wasn't a good spot. We were in a tight quarters. I go outside. This guy follows me into the dark alley, no street lights and stuff like that, starts cussing me out. He doesn't know what kind of danger he's in, allegedly. He didn't understand it. Everybody comes out because anytime any altercation happens at a house party, everybody, oh, they're doing this or they're doing that.
Yeah.
So everybody's outside. This is where I give a shout out to my little brother and one of my friends because they said they saw it in my eyes. The light switch went off and I was going to make a bad decision. And they stopped me. And to this day, I'm very thankful that they stopped me because that would have,
Shout out to that friend right there. That's a real friend right there. That's the friend that needs to tell you what you need to hear.
Yeah, no.
And not just be a yes man and hype it up.
And again,
those are the type of decisions you got to make too.
No, I'm just glad they were there because I don't know what I would have done. I was in that zone. We talked about seeing red or something like that. This guy was allegedly in danger. Is all I can say. Allegedly. Yeah. Can't say that enough. But it ended up not happening. Nothing. The next day at school, one of the homegirls that knew me from the party, I'm quite sure it was her that must have told him because he came up and apologized to me the next day and said, hey, I don't want no problems. And I respected that more than anything. I'm glad I didn't make a terrible life decision, throw my life away. So he didn't understand how serious I was taking it. He thought it was just some, oh, I'm with my boys, I'm going to talk, whatever. So I'm glad that, again, those different, steps worked out that nothing happened and we were able to squash it. No beef. Like, perfect. But that was, and again, I can't stress enough, don't make those stupid decisions if you're ever in those kind of predicaments. You're not worth throwing your life away over nothing. So.
Yeah, let me elaborate on that. I mean, a lot of the conversations that we're having on here, you guys got to remember, this happens at different points in our life. Yes. Right?
Yeah, it's when we were kids, we were taking wrong decisions, and now we're grown and we reflect back and we see
where we've been.
Exactly.
I've done a lot of bad things in my life, and I was just talking to Uli off, the podcast about it, that I don't like that I have so many maybe violent-oriented stories, but that was how I grew up. So that's
how we
that's
grew
just
up,
real.
Man.
No, and that's just me being honest. I'm not I'm not ashamed of my past. Like, I wouldn't be here and the man I am today if it didn't happen to me.
Not everyone's going to relate to that kind of stuff.
No, they're not. And that's you know what? I tell people that all the time. Everybody doesn't need to be you know what I mean? Like,
for real.
Everybody's not a fighter. Everybody's not. Oh my God. I'm not even going to go down that line, but you got something to say?
Well, I was just going to say, I do want to say that, like, I think we got to give people their flowers when they realize, and then you're blessed to be here, right? And in situations 100%. Like that, when you gangbanging, when you out here doing things that that can get you killed, somebody, someone, somehow, something is looking out for you because you here right now.
And sometimes you want to see people that actually change, like it's just from the bottom of our heart, man. Like, a lot of times people think you're a coward because you walked away, you did this.
No, it takes a bigger man to do that. Exactly. At this point, like, as I've gotten older and wiser, that's much harder to do than just take off on somebody.
All right, perfect. Now that you say that, you told me this maybe a few weeks ago or something, right? You remember when them kids pulled up to my crib?
Yes.
All right, so I got a teenage daughter too. This is my predicament, okay? This is compa Armando's predicament.
So my daughter, I didn't know we were going to touch on it, so all right.
Yeah, no, this is a good one. No, this is a good one because ultimately, this was me. This just happened weeks ago, so I'm not talking about this as young, but like you, I felt like, man, I'm a coward for not rolling on these kids. Whether it's throwing these hands, I was gonna throw hands. This is that. This had nothing to do with weapons or. Right. I'm not trying to end anybody's life. I'm just trying to mess these kids up so they leave my daughter alone and don't come back to my crib. So I got a teenage daughter. She like I said, she's a teenager. She's figuring things out for herself. I love her, but sometimes she's got a big mouth on her. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I think kids got to experience that, right? Yeah. She's got into some fights in the last couple of years or so. So and I do see that she's improving. I see that she's trying to change. I see that she's trying to better herself in school. Trying to stay out of trouble, trying to stay out of situations like this. But this is my predicament. My daughter comes home. I hear a knock on the door. My other daughter is like, hey, there's some kids outside. So I go outside. It's like a little cholo boy and like 3 or 4 little girls, right? These are high school kids.
Right.
And they were like, we're here to see so-and-so. I was like, what? Because at first I was like, oh, maybe they're friends, but I can tell their body language. Yeah. Because I noticed that was weird when the little boy was like high out of his mind, looked dumb as fuck. He had a dumbass look on his fucking face, and he's over here with some women, with some little girls, and they're coming to my yard asking about my daughter. Hey, can she come outside? So why do y'all want to see you? They were pretty much trying to jump her. They're like, oh, she's been talking shit at school. We're here to jump her. We're here to catch the fade. We bring her out.
And this was an adult with them?
No. So it was like 3 little high school girls, a high school boy, and then the older sister. Which I'm looking at this from a different perspective. I'm like, yo, a big sister looking out for a little sister. I get it. I don't know the whole story. So when they came in my yard, I told them, look, y'all don't want this. I don't know the situation. This sounds like some high school drama bullshit. I'm like, there's always 3 sides to the story. There's your story, her story, and then the truth, right?
But at the end of the day, you're still going to protect your daughter.
Exactly. That's what I told them. Yeah. And it took everything in my power because when I was talking to them, I was talking to the older sister and the little boy, this little high school kid was staring at me, laughing, kind of like he had a little smirk on his face. Like he was like laughing at what I was saying. Because I didn't want no trouble. These are little kids. I got to remember they got families just like us. They got a mom and dad. Maybe their mom and dad don't know what they're doing. Maybe they do. But then that's a whole nother conversation. But the whole time, I'm thinking.
And I'm going to step in because that's when I told you, I said, I know it's hard. I said, you did the right thing. And maybe hearing that felt better, not really, because I was sitting here contemplating myself what I would have done because my old, gangbanging mentality. I said, I've never had an op pull up to my house. They are not out their fucking mind. But you did the right thing.
Yeah.
And that was, I can't stress that enough to you. And again, you want to talk about giving your flowers. You made the right decision as a man.
For sure.
You did the right thing. You didn't put your...
I didn't feel like that.
Right. You didn't. Yeah. But that's being a man is doing stuff that doesn't feel good.
And actually, right now that you're bringing it up, I'm thinking that's how I kind of actually stepped away from a lot of stuff. Thinking about my kids, it helped me a lot because, you could have, done something wrong to maybe protect your kid, but now you taught your kid something even better.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
You
don't fix everything just by fighting. Like, a lot of the times, I used to think that I used to fix a lot of stuff by fighting.
100%.
Like,
that's how.
Right now, listening to Will's story, it brought me another story when I was a little kid. Like, one time I told my mom, like, you know what? They're going to beat me up right now in the corner because yesterday I did something bad. Like, I snitched on somebody at school, and I'm from Compton, man. And that was serious back then. And I was like, hey, I'm going to catch you in the corner.
It's still serious now.
So I told my mom, like, I don't want to go to school. I'm going to get my ass whooped, And it's like 2 older kids than me. And my mom was like, I don't see no one. Just go ahead and walk with your sister. And I'm praying my way down the street.
Like, I hope they don't catch me.
I know what's coming, And man, these kids were like 3 grades older than me, So
did they catch you?
Yeah. They were right there in the corner. When I seen them, I'm like, oh man, I just started doing this. I'm like, all right, here we go, man. Just get ready.
Yeah.
And man, I started handling hands. My mom didn't believe me, and my sister was there with me. She was my older sister, and I just remember, like, I focused on one of the kids was trying to grab a brick to throw it at me, and I grabbed the brick with my hands, and I wouldn't let it go, while the other guy was hitting my head. So it was a real bad predicament that I got. And man, it was like, I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know how to get out of it, man. And
It be like that.
Yeah, so like I said, it took me to that, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I do have a story like that.
So I like talking about this shit because sometimes it triggers things, right? Like,
yeah,
I didn't think about that for a while until just now.
Yeah, and then my sister was tough, man. She jumped in.
She handled business.
Yeah, she took two of the dudes out. Yeah, my sister.
Shout out to your sister,
down.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the big sister throwing hands, throwing these puñazos out here.
So right there, she helped me out. She didn't do it for the bad. She actually helped me out. I was in a real bad situation. So
that's what's up.
Bad predicament.
Yep. Bad predicament.
But like I said, like my predicament the whole time was like, yo, I want to mush this kid's face in. Like, I don't know what it was. I think it was just how dumb he looked, man. He looked like fucking.
He was like a dad. You were a dad, and somebody was trying to threaten your kid. You were like, oh, fuck that.
And I told him, I was like, y'all need to go. And obviously, I'm not going to front. After that, I went inside, kind of ridiculed my daughter a little bit, told her, hey, look at the shit. Look at the shit that you're putting us into now. It's like now they know where we live. I don't know these kids. A week before that, there was a kid at her high school that robbed the Holiday gas station right across the street at gunpoint. So I'm like, these kids nowadays, I don't know who they are. I don't trust these kids.
That's something good we put on camera too, because I feel like a lot of parents nowadays they don't talk to their kids.
They don't know.
They don't be too cool, and it's like, hey man, you're gonna catch something.
And it might not even be that they're trying to be cool. It's that they're not paying attention to their kids. They don't see the shit they're getting into, or if they do and they just gave up. Well, now your kid's out here affecting other people's kids and humans in general, like at a gas station, bro. Like you out here to rob the gas station across from school on a busy intersection, bro. So I told my daughter, I'm like, I don't know who these kids are. I don't know who their folks are. Their folks might be crazy. Like if they come to the crib on some other rah-rah shit, that's shit that we gotta deal with because
you're putting me in a predicament too.
Exactly.
Your mom in a predicament. Whatever,
we have nothing to do with this. Yeah.
Right now, you don't even understand the consequences of, and I can even touch predicaments, from being locked up previously and stuff like that. Put my mom and sister in predicaments that they never had.
Did you talk to the school board and everything?
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not proud of it. Back in the day, I would have been like, man, somebody needs to beat my ass for snitching. But I called the cops. I did.
You did the right thing.
I called the cops. They came. He was like, hey, so there's not much I can do. You can contact the school. Which, hell yeah. But so my wife did eventually. She called the school. We talked to the resource officer, which I don't know how helpful that is. But ultimately, I went through the steps. Yeah, I'm like, look, I just want it to be known. Because next time they come on here, it ain't going to be kumbaya. No. It's going to be me mushing some little kids' faces, whether they're females or boys. I don't know what y'all got. I don't know who y'all are. So it's better for you not to even come here. It's another thing. You find my daughter at the school, that's cool. Throw hands with her there. Obviously I'm not happy to say that. No, yeah. But that's another thing. But when you're coming to someone's house, like where you're supposed to be the most safe and comfortable. Yeah, exactly.
Well, believe it or not, it does help because if you think about it, things cool down, right?
So far, I've been, so the last, after that, I did check on my daughter, making sure she's getting home, because she has to walk home from school. And I'm like, you okay? You good? Yeah, I'm good. She's not happy about it. I feel like she probably feels like maybe I made her look weak or something, but for me, it's not about that.
She's safe.
Exactly.
We're always going to feel somehow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I don't care how old they are.
I got my ass beat a few times in school.
Shit, me too.
It made me feel bad going back and like, man, I got to give this face. Mm-hmm. But now that I think about it, like that made me strong, man.
It creates strength, character.
Yeah. Because, shit, I used to tell people were like, why are you always fighting? And I'm like, I've been beat up so many times, man. I ain't scared no more.
Right. You get up every time.
Yeah.
Remember that movie on Friday? He's like, you kids, you got to start fighting with your hands. You got to fight with this. But now kids don't do that. Kids be fighting with guns and weapons and shit.
That's the thing.
No, 100%.
And there's no reversing that. I told my daughter.
I used to tell people, I remember that all those fights that I used to have when I was a kid, for some reason, weeks later, months later, whatever, we would turn into friends.
Shit, I've had that.
It was like, oh, remember I kicked your butt? Blah, blah. Man, yeah, I forgive you, man.
Yeah. Let's go over here and play this basketball or something. Yeah, let's go over here and kick it.
Yep. My best friend, you know, we were homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. I feel like kids can learn from that.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, somebody can be what you think is an enemy or an ops, as the kids say nowadays. But I think once you get to know them, they're probably just the same as you. and they going through some shit or whatever. I don't know.
Dude, I make business right now with a lot of fools that I got into it when I was a kid, man.
Damn.
Yeah, now we're business partners type deal, man. So
I literally went to a Halloween party.
That's what's up, though.
I went to a Halloween party with a kid that I beat up in high school, and that was nobody else knew really, and I don't think he recognized me, but I knew exactly who he was.
Like you bullied him?
Oh no, I legit.
You beat the shit out of him? Okay, yeah, but I'm saying, like, did you purposely like do it to fuck his life up? Yeah. Well,
no, I mean,
no.
It wasn't a bully thing. It was more of a retaliation thing. But
okay.
It wasn't my beef, and that's where I used to get myself in trouble too. Is stepping into other people's beefs. Like, I'll volunteer. I'll be your Huckleberry if anybody knows Tombstone the movie.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
Doc Holliday reference, but
yeah,
that's definitely one of the things. So, anybody else got stories going on here? Anybody else got a predicament they want to talk about? Because I got a couple other things that I was thinking about. Myself personally was like predicaments of job opportunities. So, speak on that.
Yeah.
I had, at my current job, there was like a crew leader position opening up, and everybody's telling me go to it. Everybody's telling me, I should do it. I could do it. I know I could do it. Like, I've been a manager before at previous job, things like that. I have the experience, so I think I would actually do a really good job at it. I was in the predicament of I'm so close to getting off the nights and weekends shift because I'm a union job. It's all about seniority. I'm so close, so I was in the predicament. Do I want to backtrack? I'll get paid more money, become a crew leader, but I'm going to go back to being the bottom. Seniority.
So you would work on the weekends.
Yes, I go back to nights and weekends, and that's where I'm in the predicament of my daughter's going into high school, playing, high school softball and things like that, and I actually really enjoy that I'm able to go to the games on Saturday and stuff like that. So that was the predicament I was in, that I had to make a decision, and currently at this current time in my life, I don't think the crew leader's for me. Now, I'm not saying 5 years from now or whatever, my daughter's done with high school and maybe moving on with her life, then maybe I don't care if I work the weekends or nights.
But would that be like a firm schedule, or were you able to?
No, you'll eventually get off of it and work your way up again, but you have to start from the bottom all over. And I've already been on the bottom for 5+ years, and I still am on technically a modified schedule, they call it, which is like working weekends.
How about money-wise? Is that going to be more?
It's not that big of a difference right now. Like it would be, but you get put into a different tax bracket, so it doesn't quite offset. Like, from what my understanding is, I've talked to other people. Yeah, everything. The stress. I'm doing the job and not being proud. I don't like to sit on email in the office stuff. That's not my thing. I like that my job's moving and stuff. So that's not me. I'm not.
You're not going to be talking about me right here.
I'm not talking about him. He's talking about me. I'm not talking about him either, because I'm referencing that he knows I'm like a dinosaur when it comes to technology. I'm just not. I'm not fluid with this, so that's not my thing. Hands on, doing it, thinking on my feet on the fly. Something happens. I can do those things. Reacting to just putting out the fires as they happen. I can absolutely handle those. Like, I don't get stressed out about that. Like, some people, not everybody's meant to be a boss. I tell people that all the time when I was training in new crew lead or shift leads and stuff. Yeah. Not everybody's built that way to be in charge. They think they want it, but there's a lot of stress with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. So that was just another predicament I was in that just recently kind of came up that I thought about, when we were just jotting down notes and things like that. I was like.
So when you're in a predicament like that, though, so you sit back and look at the pros and cons, right?
Yeah,
kind of like,
absolutely.
All right, good, the
pros and cons.
No, you're not going to be that guy that's going to tell Mr. John, I was going to be the crew leader. So.
Yeah. I could have ran this place 5 years
ago. No, I don't, because I don't want to. That's it. I literally have crew leaders come up to me like, you should have went for it. They're telling, and I was like, I don't want to. Is the thing. They're like, that's exactly why you should do it. It's because you're not doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it because you can do it. You are capable of doing the job. It's not because you want to be in a power trip. I understood what he was saying. Like, there's people that want the power trip, that they feel like they're going to boss everybody around. That's not going to get you far. And like, especially this job, a laborer's type job, you need to work with your crew, not boss them around and be above them, looking down on them. that's not
100%. 100%.
You know.
I'm big on that too. I mean, in my role, I'm in a leadership role, and I never ever put myself above nobody, man. I'm a very humble person. I came from some rough beginnings. My parents raised me to treat everyone with respect. So yeah, being a leader isn't about just commanding and telling people what to do. It's about leading them. It's about growing, and it's about empowering them to like grow. So that's good. That's good you're doing. That's a good predicament to be in too, especially being self-aware, emotionally intelligent. To be like, right now is not the time. I got my kids. I need to focus on this.
I have different priorities currently. Now, not saying I won't ever do it down the line, because maybe I will want to get to that point where let me start coaching up some of these young employees and showing them some of the ropes of having more experience doing things like that. But,
well, I think they'll respect you more too, because you're like, I've been doing what y'all doing right now. I mean, yeah, I'm a leader now. Yeah, right down the line. But be like, I did what y'all did, so I can speak on it.
And so, some of the best crew leaders that people do respect and things like that were park keepers for many years, or whatever. You know what I mean? So, absolutely, because they know how things work. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel. You know, we've had some people that come in and think I'm gonna write everybody up, and I'm gonna be your boss, and blah blah blah. You're not gonna make it.
No,
you're not gonna make it, and that's just
it'll show
the truth.
It'll come with time.
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as that, anybody else got any stories?
I know Woolie's got a buzz. I know.
So, all right, just again, I know we touched on it earlier. I just want to reiterate and say it again. You got anything, topics you guys want us to talk about? Absolutely put it in the comments and stuff. And what we do, check them out. And, we'll try to respond to them if there's something that we can work with. You know what I mean? If it's not just silliness. But,
yeah, I was going to say, we read all the comments.
Yes,
I mean, we see all the love. And we want this to be more interactive.
Thank you, too, for the good and the bad comments. It helps us do a better show.
Yeah, no, we're learning on the fly for sure. But so I just, again, just want to reiterate that. We appreciate all the support. I don't know. Do we have any... Do we want to call it at that one, or do you think we got some more to go?
I think we can call it right there.
All right. Some more? Well, no. I think that was a good little clip for today. I don't know if you want to wrap it up here.
Shit. I'm going to wrap it up this way, man. I couldn't be doing this show without the love and support of y'all, with my peoples here, Will, Compa Uli. I do enjoy this. I'm definitely enjoying this. You did the wrong one. It's that one. It's that one. There we go. Okay,
that's why we took away the soundboard from me.
Yeah. Like I said, man, we want to keep growing. We want to keep developing. So we can't do that without your guys' constructive criticism. Like Uli said, the good, the bad. Please make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tell y'all folks. Make sure y'all tell y'all peoples about us. We definitely do want to. We want to hear y'all, and like any comments y'all give, any topics y'all give, we'll definitely take a look at, because I think sometimes it's good to hear from other people too. Make sure that we're interactive as possible. So
we want to interact. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
We're really thankful for everyone. We're really thankful for everyone, man. Just following us, like us, subscribe, and let us know.
Yeah.
See you on the next episode.
And eventually, too, we're going to get on other ones, too. We're going to get on other platforms. I know right now we just kind of strictly doing things on, like, YouTube. I know I posted this on my Facebook, which maybe that probably ages me, telling people how old I am, because I ain't on TikTok. I'm not on Twitch.
My wife was telling me, you should put this on TikTok. I'm like,
Twitch. I've heard Twitch.
You know how long it took me to just upload it? Like,
yeah.
I'm still figuring things out.
But this is one time.
Stream. Actually, and if there's someone out there that can help us maybe do it, we actually
reach out to us.
Yeah,
100%. And obviously, if you want to participate and help us grow, like reach out to one of us, and we're in the comments, and we'll reach back out, and we'll get that figured out for sure. But appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Minnesota Uncut. Y'all have a good night. Respect.
It's a wrap.
That was a good one.